When we learned about targeting our ideal customer, we drafted a full personality for us to speak to in our videos. Now, that's great, but it's time to take it a step further, okay? What's your strategy? What do you need to say in your videos to get your ideal customers to buy? And should it be the same in every video? Let's think about our soulmate from the bar from phase 1. Should we just ask her to purchase? Remember, with our soulmate, we didn't just come out and propose, right? We did a lot of things. We sparked her curiosity. We got her attention. We showered her with gifts. We gained her trust. We got her to make commitments to us, starting from small things and eventually leading to big things. Think about that. When courting a soulmate, do we use the same language throughout the entire relationship? Do we act the same exact way? Does our commitment stay the same? Do we use the same tactics throughout the entirety of the relationship? Absolutely not, okay? In the beginning, you might ask her to go on a date, and in the end, you might ask her to go skydiving. So like a relationship, the language you use throughout the customer journey needs to change as well. This is why I produce 3 types of content. I call them my personal content pillars. There are exceptions to this, but every piece of content needs to fall into one of 3 categories. And when placed in order, they actually correspond to phases in the customer journey as well. So let's dive in. The 3 categories are grow, give, and gold. It's pretty simple. Now, grow and give are very similar, but let's break grow down. Also, disclaimer, this is where things start to feel a little formulaic, right? So I'm giving examples of what has worked for me. It may not be exactly what works for you or like this for everyone, right? So take what I did and don't be afraid to make small changes to suit your style and your audience. Now, when I make content in the grow category, my goal is simple. Grow your following using any moral means possible, right? So these videos are meant to pique curiosity. So how do we do that, right? It's something we'll accomplish through shocking them, scaring them, entertaining them, surprising them, exciting them within the first 3 or 4 seconds of our post, otherwise known as the hook. We want to pique their interest, right? So it'll be things like, here's how I made $60,000 last month using just my phone. It could be any niche, really. We could do, NASA scientists have discovered an asteroid headed straight for our solar system. This one trick has my kids cleaning up their toys without me asking. Or this 4-minute hack grew my account by 20,000 followers overnight. Those are the hooks we'll use for these examples. This is the formula I would use in my videos, so I'll start with a hook and then I'll move to proof or credibility. Our goal is to get them to follow us. So we need to give them a quick reason to trust that you'll follow through on whatever your hook promised. So let's expand these scripts, right? Here's how I made $60,000 last month using just my phone. Hey, my name's Tony. I went from homeless to owning my own business in 6 months, and you can too. Follow me to learn how. NASA scientists have detected an asteroid headed straight for our solar system. Hey, my name's Tony, and I'll tell you everything happening in space as it's happening. So follow me to stay updated. Now back to our asteroid. This one trick has my kids cleaning up their toys without me asking. I'm Tony, father of 3, and I've successfully uncovered the loving and obedient sides of my children. Follow me to do the same. Here's the tip. This 4-minute hack grew my account by 20,000 overnight. I'm Tony, and my mission is to grow your account, so follow me so I can grow yours. Here's exactly what I did. So in the grow category, we've got hook and call to action. We do the call to action early because most account retention graphs look like this, right? Viewers just don't stick around for long, so we need to ask them to follow us early. And the reason why it's okay is that most consumers may not need value right then, but they're willing to take an action that promises future value. So yeah, cool, I want to be updated with the space industry, or I want to learn how to grow my account, but I'm scrolling for entertainment. I don't want to watch the whole thing. I'll give him a follow and I'll watch his stuff later. Those are exact words I've heard from friends of mine, okay? So hook, call to action, next is value. Come through on the promise you made them. Let's go back to our examples. Here's how I made $60,000 last month using just my phone. Hey, my name's Tony. I went from homeless to owning my own business in 6 months, and you can too. Follow me to learn how. The framework I used was do, bop, ba-do, and you could do it with steps 1, 2, 3. Pretend I actually taught something there, okay? NASA scientists have detected an asteroid headed straight for our solar system. My name's Tony, and I tell you everything happening in space as it's happening. So follow me to stay updated. Now, back to our asteroid. It's headed for our solar system, but even though other channels are trying to scare you, there is nothing to worry about, as it's projected to miss Earth by millions and millions of miles. This one trick has my kids cleaning up their toys without me asking. I'm Tony, father of 3, and I've successfully uncovered the loving and obedient sides to my children. Follow me to do the same. So here's the tip. Insert solution here. I wish I had the answer to this, but I'm realizing this was a bad example because I don't. So pretend that this is a problem that I actually have a solution for, and I would insert it here. This 4-minute hack grew my account by 20,000 overnight. I'm Tony and my mission is to grow your account, so follow me so I can grow yours. Here's exactly what I did. I used the ABC framework. Then I tell them what the framework is. Boom. You've piqued their interest. You gave them the idea to follow you. Then you followed through on the promise you made when piquing their curiosity in the hook. And now you hit them with the final CTA at the end here. Okay, you gave them an action to achieve their goal and a reminder to follow you. So it would be something like this. So if you want to make $60,000 in a month, perfect the do-bop-a-do method and follow me for more. So remember, if someone tries to scare you into thinking the world is ending, just check my profile and find the truth. See you next time. So the next time your kids act out of line, try the magical wand technique and follow me for a happier home. In the fourth example, after giving the ABC rundown, you could say, this is just one of the things I do to grow on TikTok. So follow me to help me grow yours. Simple. Hook, follow, value, follow. But I want to reiterate, every post is different. You may find that your audience doesn't react well to this exact framework, but I always recommend using it as a starting point and then iterating from there. Now, the last thing I want to touch on is entertainment. Now, the reason I don't touch on entertainment in this training is that there's no formula, there's no predictable outcome, right? It's possible that entertainment can really get a lot of people excited to see your videos and follow you for more, and that's great. But depending on your niche, you also run the risk of losing credibility if you can't execute these posts perfectly. So I'm not saying don't try them. By all means, experiment to your heart's content, but just make sure you know what your audience wants and that you aren't getting in the way of making a sale. More specifically, I think that entertaining videos, they have the chance to go much more viral, which is not a good thing, right? I have a lesson later in this training that will focus on virality, but I think you can be safe making entertaining videos if they are ultra specific to your target audience. When I make them, and I do make them, I make sure that no one could possibly understand the joke I'm making unless they are my exact target audience. So if you want to consider using entertainment in your strategy, just keep that in mind. Now, the homework for this lesson is to draft 3 sample scripts using this framework. And yes, I want you to actually write real solutions in the value section. It could be anything, but I want you to go through the motions of writing 3 full scripts. You don't have to post them, okay? But you have to write them before moving on. And I want to reiterate this, okay? I've specifically crafted the homework to help you succeed. If you do not do the homework, I cannot guarantee you any success on TikTok. Even if you don't plan on scripting and you just want to speak off the cuff, for this homework, write 3 scripts. We'll use them later in the training. So I've linked a Google Doc below that you can make a copy of and you can use it as your template. And then next, we'll cover the give category. So I'll see you there.